radical oxidational stress. Too much stress. So where are we getting this stress from? We're getting it from our environment, first and foremost. The air we're breathing, the food we're consuming, the cell phones, the microwaves, the TVs, the radios, the computers. Think about way back, maybe in the 1900s, they didn't have all these toxins in the environment. They didn't have all the cell phones. So now our body is trying to keep up with that. And what happens is it can't. So we lower what's known as antioxidants, our body's own ability to fight off these toxins. Then we start to break down. So we have the environment is a stress on our body. Then we have our own internal thoughts. Think about a thought that's a scary thought to you. That thought leads to another thought. Now that thought leads to another thought, and pretty soon your body's in fight or flight. You're producing hormones known as cortisol and adrenaline. Those hormones are going throughout your body. They give you a lot of energy, but they're causing inflammation and they're causing oxidation. And so pain. So we have that stressor. Then we have our injuries, our accidents. So those are the three stressors. So if we can help our body overcome that stress and give our body the right tools, our body can heal itself of anything. So you look at all these different issues here, it's all related to this one thing, too much free radical oxidational stress. So that's an apple right there you're looking at. So just so you can visualize this, the apple on the left, fresh. You let it sit out, what happens? It becomes oxidized, it ages. That's what's happening internally, which creates inflammation. So those of you that are like, I have arthritis, I have bursitis, I have tendinitis. Any itis is inflammation caused by free radical oxidational stress. Okay, that's it. So where are these toxins found? We talked about it a little bit, but pesticides. They're in all of our foods. We're eating foods that are contaminated with pesticides. And if we're washing it in our tap water has over 60,000 chemicals. So now you're washing more chemicals on top of the chemicals. Then you have phthalates, fragrances, soft plastics. These are hormone disrupting chemicals as well. Heavy metals, they're everywhere in our drinking water, fresh water, vaccinations, pesticides, again, chloroform, air, food. I mean, they're everywhere. Chlorine is found in all of our water supply. That is a carcinogen. It causes cancer. So on the flip side of the oxidation, we're going to talk a little bit more about antioxidants. So what are antioxidants? Antioxidants protect the body from free radicals. So your mom always says, eat your fruits and vegetables. I know my mom was really big on that. And she said, do it because of the antioxidants. Well, I'm like, I don't know what an antioxidant does or is, but an antioxidant, it has an additional electron. So its job is to donate that electron to a free radical, which has lost one, and it makes it neutral and whole again. So you have your blueberries, your strawberries, your raspberries, your fruits and vegetables, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C. Those are antioxidants. Those help protect the body from the oxidation. Just making sense? So that apple, you've seen it getting brown. If you spray this hydrogen water, which we're going to talk about, on the apple doesn't get brown for 4 hours because it slows down the aging process, helps our body recover from all the stress. So here's a problem with the food-based antioxidants. So if your doctor says, hey, take these antioxidants in a vitamin form, well, anything that you eat, you have to digest. And anything you digest becomes a free radical itself. So for instance, you're eating a blueberry. The blueberry comes in. It donates an antioxidant up and neutralizes the free radical. Then you digest the blueberry. And when you do that, there's an ash. There's a waste that's left behind. That ash, that waste goes on to do more oxidation. So that's why there's nothing that compares this water, because water you absorb, you don't digest. So when you take in this hydrogen gas, which we're still talking about, it neutralizes those free radicals and does not become a free radical itself. So it stops and helps reverse the whole cycle of oxidation. Now, vitamins target certain areas of the body. So if you're taking vitamin C, it's going to be for your immune system. But if you have brain cancer or lung issues, it's not possibly going to go everywhere in your body. Well, hydrogen is so small, it goes everywhere. All right, next. Here is hydrogen. So what is hydrogen? It's a natural molecule made up of hydrogen atoms. And with only 2 atoms, it's the smallest molecule, so it can go anywhere. It gets right through the blood-brain barrier into the brain and helps the brain conduct electricity. So here's the benefits of hydrogen. It's the most powerful selective antioxidant, fights free radicals, neuroprotective. So how many of you have had the sometimers? Sometimes you're here, sometimes you're not. That leads to Alzheimer's. So when that happens next time, you're going to go, oh, I need some water. Drink your water. It's going to help to go through your blood-brain barrier, help the brain conduct electricity, and help your brain from the aging process. It's not toxic. You can take in as much as you possibly can, and it's safe for all humans and all animals. It's an anti-inflammatory. So those of you taking non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs that destroy your gut bacteria, Advil, aspirin, those types of things, this water is also an anti-inflammatory, and it's anti-aging. It improves fat and glucose metabolism, shows sugar metabolism. It is great for diabetes, and it's great for weight loss. It stimulates a hormone called ghrelin, which goes to the brain, helps your brain stay focused and alert. It improves your energy production and storage of energy in the body. I mean, this is so incredible information. It's the smallest. So we talked about the other antioxidants. Well, molecular hydrogen is the smallest antioxidant. So we talked a little bit about selective antioxidant. It selectively finds the free radicals that are bad for you, and it neutralizes them and turns them into water. It's cell signaling. So it signals other cells what to do, tells it what to do. So there's 200 different roles that hydrogen plays in your body. So if hydrogen is not present, it can't tell those other 200 things what to do. So it's very important for that. It stimulates the hormone ghrelin. So as you drink the water, it goes into your gut and it produces the hormone ghrelin, which goes right to your brain, makes you focused, alert. That same hormone goes to another hormone, which is an anti-aging hormone called growth hormone. And then another one after that, which is called testosterone. So it helps to keep all these things in balance in your body. Now, here's a huge problem. So if you're buying bottled water, I want you to make the committed decision right now with me to not buy it anymore, because here is what's going on in our environment. We're drinking the water bottle. That water is loaded with chemicals because water is a solvent and a scavenger. You put water in plastic and it's leaching in all those chemicals. Those are known as xenoestrogen. So our body thinks it's getting estrogen. And 75% of men and women that have breast cancer have too much estrogen. It feeds the cancer cells. So now we're drinking water that's loaded with those plastic chemicals, and our body is making more estrogen. Now at the same time, we're going to be done with that water. We're going to throw it away. When that happens, it goes into our landfills. China used to buy our plastic, used to recycle it, but it's cheaper to make new plastic now than to recycle the old. So they're just making more and more new. And so all those extra plastic bottles are ending up now in our landfills because China's not buying it anymore. So now in the Pacific Ocean, there's 2 sizes of the state of Texas floating of plastic that's 3 feet deep. And the fish are eating the plastic. The fish thinks it's part of the food chain. So when you stop buying bottled water, we are now not contributing to the problem anymore. And it's expensive. We don't add it up. I know I used to go to Starbucks a lot because I like their tea there. But I was starting to add it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I spend like $20 a day for Starbucks. Well, the same things happen with our bottled water. We're not aware of how much we're spending. The average person is spending $3 to $5 a day. Okay, it doesn't seem like that much. Add it up in a month, $150. A year later, you're spending about $1,500 for one person to drink bottled water. And bottled water is no more than someone else's filtered tap water put in a bottle. And it's hardly even regulated. So let's talk about the hydrogen a little bit more here. Hydrogen and your gut. So as you see, I've got a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables there. Just that spinach alone, that's 38 grams of fiber. That's how much you need a day to maintain good gut health. So when you take in the fiber, your body breaks it down and your body makes hydrogen gas. That's why you toot. Water doesn't make you toot, but that's how the process happens. It's actually good for you. It's the bacteria breaking it down. So that is right there, hydrogen. Your body makes this antioxidant. But the problem is our body can't keep up with the amount of free radicals and toxins, and we're not eating a good diet that's able to maintain the hydrogen levels. Now, I want you to think about your gut for a second. How many of you have perfect gut health? You don't have any acid reflux, you never have any diarrhea or constipation, everything's perfect down there. Not a lot of people can say that. So your immune system, 70% of your immune system is also linked to good gut health. So when's the last time that you had a cold, you had a flu, you come down with something? That's your immune system. And your immune system's in your gut, 70% of it. So you have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria. The bad bacteria thrive on sugar, all the sweeteners, all those salty things that you're eating, caffeine. The bad bacteria start getting out of control. The good bacteria like fruits and vegetables and fiber, so they feed on those. So you have an electrical potential in your gut. So it's a terrain. So imagine like an environment to host these little bacteria. So in order to have good gut bacteria to help your immune system stay strong, you want to have more good bacteria. To do that, you want to have a negative charge going in your gut. So I'm going to bring the bottle out here. So this is the hydrogen bottle. So we push the button here, and it's going through the process. It's called electrolysis. It's going through this process right now. So this is creating the hydrogen. And this has been around for quite some time. And these have actually, not this particular device here, but these hydrogen is used in hospitals in places like Japan. So I'm just going to show you here. So that's the hydrogen. And now we have over here an ORP meter. So this stands for oxidation reduction potential. I'm just going to set this down. But I want to show you the negative potential of the gut here. So we have, you can see that. So if you can see my negative charge there, so negative 741. So that's the environment that the good gut bacteria thrive in. So that's your immune system. So that's why we want to have that negative charge there. Your gut will love that. And your brain and your gut also communicate. So if you're not having a healthy thought, it's probably because your gut's not creating the good hormones to keep your brain balanced with your gut. Okay, so here's some things that are destroying our gut bacteria. Make sure you're staying till the end again, because we're giving a free gift at the end, so make sure to keep attention here. So antibiotics. Anti is against, biotic is life. If you think you're not eating antibiotics, think again. Because if you're eating chicken, beef, animal products, they're getting antibiotics. And then we're consuming that, we're getting antibiotics. That's one line we're getting it from. Then we're getting it from anti-inflammatory medications are destroying our gut, birth control pills, stress, high sugar diet, not having fiber in your diet, consuming gluten that's treated with Roundup, caffeine, processed oils and margarine, and artificial sweeteners. So if you got issues in your gut, this stuff right here is going to create more issues in your gut, and hydrogen is going to help overcome that. So creating the right environment, fruits and vegetables, beans, fermented foods,